Hello.
Good evening.
Hi, everybody.
So
we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Devin, are you working? Is it working?
I don't know. Something's working. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna mute it for the moment.
he doesn't know whose microphone is who at the moment.
Okay.
Testing 1, 2,
Oh,
3.
you are working.
There we go. You should be able to hear me now.
Sweet.
All right. Good. I'm glad that we can hopefully hear everybody now. We've just literally while we were live, we were changing stuff up, got some new microphones out, and it's already been a night. If you wouldn't believe it. That's crazy.
It's been a fun setup time for about the last hour almost.
Oh, that's just how it goes down here sometimes. That's just how it goes.
Yep.
But welcome everybody. Happy Friday night. Thank you for joining us in the Pixel Pub. I have with me a couple of guests tonight. I have the one and only. Do you want just CookieWookiee? Do you want
CookieWookiee,
IR
CookieWookiee,
Brett, CookieWookiee, Cookie? I like Cookie, so that's probably what I'm going to call you tonight.
That's what most people call me online.
All right, perfect. So we've got Cookie here. We also have.
You're gonna say it wrong. I already saw the one.
Trying to again. Everybody has so many names, and I didn't ask this beforehand either. So, do you want me to call you Brittany? Do you want to go by Red tonight?
Brittany is totally fine.
Okay, we'll go
if
by.
If you actually call me
with
Red,
Brittany.
then I will still answer to that too.
Okay, so I've got Cookie and Brittany with me here tonight, and we just wanted to mostly hang out, drink beer, and talk a little bit maybe about microphones, maybe about some technology stuff.
Yep.
Long story short, the other thing I just remembered, I took my phone out earlier so that I could take a picture and post it to social media, and I didn't. So we're gonna have to do that now. Yeah, that's why nobody's in here, is because I didn't.
Screw it, we'll do it live.
All right, everybody say cheers.
Cheers.
All right, that was good enough. Cheers.
As we took a sip before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
no.
fine.
An extra sip.
That's fine.
I won't complain about an extra sip.
I'm not gonna stop anybody from drinking down here. That's fine. Okay, I'll post this in a second, but
You're gonna get distracted if you don't.
I
post
know.
it now, so.
Okay, well you guys have to talk then for a second.
The quick and dirty is, I back and forth comments on one of Devin's videos when he got the Fifine. I can't remember the model number.
It is the K688.
I was impressed with how I mean, it sounds amazing, and it's just hooked up with USB. There's no software, and I would listen to it a couple of times just through like my phone speakers, through my speakers on my computer, which are good speakers, but and then I have Sennheiser HD 600s, and I put those on, and I'm like, oh my god, like did a $50 mic really just like be comparable to my $250 Shure SM7B? Because I'm going to be very depressed if that's the case. And so we kind of went back and forth a little bit. And I was like, well, I can bring over my stuff and we can do a direct comparison. And so that's kind of where we're at. That's why I'm here. And that was kind of that's probably going to be a little bit of the launching point tonight. But yeah. I mean, that Fifine sounded amazing.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. I literally got it, I plugged it in, and I listened to it, and I kind of had to do a double take. I was like, why did that sound so good? I literally did zero to it, right? Did absolutely no processing. There's no software that came along with this. Literally just plugging it in USB, and it sounds really, really good for some reason. So so long story short, I filmed the video about this microphone, and I compared it to a couple of other microphones I have. I have a blue Logitech Yeti classic, whatever they're called now. It's a classic, great microphone, awesome microphone. And then I have an Elgato Wave 3 that I did a comparison with, and in that video it was pretty clear that like this was the like clear winner, at least for, again, talking straight onto it and having, you know, podcast style like this. Like, it was the clear winner, which is kind of expected, being a dynamic microphone and being all this different stuff. And again, those other microphones have some really great software that come along with them that can make them sound really, really good. But I didn't use any of that because I wasn't using any software with this. So long story short, this sounded like a great microphone. But then, yeah, you said, man, it kind of sounds almost just as good as the Shure microphone. And I'm like, that's the comparison that I really wanted to make. If only I had one. I said,
hey man, I live like 30 minutes away from you. I can bring my stuff. Let's just do it.
So we've got them hooked up, and so one of the things, I mean, hopefully we'll get some. I don't know if we're gonna do it like during the stream here. Maybe we'll have to just record some samples like once we're done at some point and just see what they actually sound like comparatively. But they're pretty.
And here's the crazy thing for anyone that's listening right now. That thing is on USB. I am on XLR through a Motu M2 audio interface. That's USB-C to the computer. Mm-hmm. No software. I will say that.
Yep.
That's the beautiful thing about this audio interface is just plug and play. You don't have to download anything.
Yeah.
I know Windows 11 doesn't play nice with it always, but
that's fair. I believe it.
It tries to auto set the bitrate extremely low.
Oh. Interesting.
I don't remember what it tried to set it to when I first plugged it in.
Yeah.
But it was not very good. So.
Interesting.
I will say that's the one thing that I've like been, as I'm sitting here and, you know, someone who does a lot of audio stuff and always helping people with like microphone setups and stuff, is I like the compatibility of you can use it as a USB. So if you're looking for a starter microphone as a starter streamer or content creator and you don't have the budget to start getting into, you know, hey, you want to start getting into audio mixers or go XLRs and getting XLR cabling, that it's straight USB, and you can then go, hey, I'm going to use it as a USB mic for so long, and then now I'm going to switch and go, hey, I have the funds that I want to start, you know, upgrading a little bit more, to then adding that. As someone who, you know, quickly made that change and went straight into XLR and go XLR, like there's just so much that happens with it that, like you said, your Windows has an update and your audio is the first thing, and you've got 7 different, you know, softwares that you got to go through to figure out, okay, is Voicemeter not talking to this and that not talking to this, and so it's helpful to have it as just plug and go.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things that I like about this too. The fact that it has USB, just literally just plug it in and it works.
And I will say, audio is honestly the most difficult part of streaming or recording. Like, audio is always the most difficult.
For some reason
part.
It is. I don't know why.
What do you mean, says the man who streams for an hour and a half with his microphone muted?
Exactly.
Listen.
It's the most difficult.
Okay, we all make mistakes. No, so... but yeah, no, audio is always the most finicky, weird thing. I mean, Brittany does a lot of audio stuff for
church.
For church. So she's more familiar with Devin or myself, I'm sure. But yeah, it's just always the most finicky thing. Yeah. Like, you know, you tweak one little thing and all of a sudden everything's broken and you're like, what happened?
That in Windows, at least. Again, I don't know how much you're actually dealing with plugging it into a computer, but for me, most of the time, I don't use any type of interface. I don't have anything. I just plug everything straight into Windows. But the second that you unplug something, man, it is just reset. Start from zero, start over. So I hope you remember how you had it configured.
Well, that was the problem. I had a different microphone and a different audio interface before I upgraded to these. And my old audio interface, you had to download a driver for it, and it was dedicated to that specific USB port on your motherboard.
Wow. Yep.
It was that specific. Like if I tried to if I unplugged it and plugged it into a different USB port, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And so I moved after I had this thing installed. I moved, and when I set my computer up at my new apartment, I was like, why isn't this working? It's not working at all. What's going on? And so I'm like, oh yeah, it's very specific. So I had to do this one.
Yep.
Nope, not that one. This one.
Oh,
no.
man.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
That's the one I said it to. Gosh.
So then on my old computer, I actually marked on the
Yeah,
motherboard
right?
where it was.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Man.
But yeah, that is kind of a testament to how finicky audio really is,
Oh my God,
right?
yeah, for sure.
Because like sometimes you get weird things like that. There's just like a ghost in the machine that you just have to hunt down and
The
kill.
gremlins.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You can have it, and that's the crazier part too for me. So like we have when our like praise band plays, they play on Saturday, and we go in and we do our like a dress rehearsal, and they'll practice because that's their only time right before Sunday to play. So we go in and we like set all the audio levels, and we'll come back in 8:15 Sunday morning for them to get ready to practice, and they'll be like, I need more piano in the monitor. We're like, we just had all of this like perfect yesterday, and you guys were like, oh, it sounds great. And then like something happens in the middle of the night where just little gremlins get their fingers on the buttons and start pressing them.
Sure, something like that.
Somebody looks at a cable wrong, and all of a sudden,
Right?
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't like audio.
So you were saying that. So just for a comparison again, because I know you mentioned it, but what was the price range on these microphones?
I'll let him
yeah. So
talk about it if he wants to.
Yeah. So this is the depressing part for me. So
sorry, do I need to let you finish your beer first?
This is what we're here to do, right? Though is honestly, it's to show that there are good options out there for way cheaper. Like I'm a nerd, right? Like I wanted the Shure SM7B.
Yeah.
I wanted this microphone. This is my microphone.
And I think that's the thing is like it's an amazing microphone, right? Like that's why everybody uses it. But I think the problem is a lot of people that are trying to get into streaming, trying to get into content creation, they see everybody with that microphone and they assume that they need to get it, right? They assume that they need it to be a streamer.
Yeah.
And
you don't. Right, like, and that's what I tell. Like, my sister was trying to get into streaming a few years ago. I know we're going on a tangent. It's fine. We'll get back to pricing here in a second.
Yeah.
But my sister was getting into streaming, and she saw my insane audio setup, and she was like, "Do I have to?" I was like, "No, you don't have to do this. Like, we'll go get you a gaming headset that has a built-in mic, and it'll be fine. Like, you don't have to have a crazy audio interface with a mic with XLR cables with studio monitor speakers and like you don't need all that.
Yeah. As long as people can hear you, that's all that matters.
So full disclosure, this mic you have to have it's XLR only. Yeah. So that's the big thing, right? So it's not just the cost of the mic. Yeah. It's the cost of an audio interface or a help me, I'm blanking. Mixer, thank you. You have to have a mixer or an audio interface. Yeah. And then with that, also, you either have to have a stand, which this does come with a small stand. Yeah. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Or buy a boom arm like this. Yeah. So the mic itself, they've actually gone up since I bought mine. So I paid $200 for this. I think I checked earlier this week, and I think they're like $250. Yeah. So you're talking $250 for the mic, about $75 to $100 for a boom arm, and then another $200 for if you got this specific audio interface. Yeah. So you're talking about $500 all in just for a microphone. Yeah.
What'd you say the mixer?
About $200.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember exactly what I bought them all the same time, but around $200. But yeah, the Motu is a very good brand. But again, that's $500
right off
just for a microphone.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. Like you're just not talking headphones,
to get the sound working.
Like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So the Fi-Fi, I think it was right around the $50 mark, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I bought it while it was on sale. It was like $52 or something. I'm pretty sure retail is either $74 or $79.99.
That's still insanely cheap,
Yeah.
especially for how good that
It is, yeah. That's the crazy part. Is like even, the other two microphones I have, the Yeti is like 100 or 129. The Elgato Wave is 149 or something along those lines.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, like we talked about it right before stream.
Yeah.
But the
Hey Nathan,
listen, the Yeti is not a bad mic.
No.
It's not
I
a
actually
bad
like it. I think,
mic.
yeah.
It's a very solid mic.
I don't like how big it is.
Yeah,
It's
bulky
so big.
and it's heavy.
Yeah.
Like it is so
Is
heavy.
the Snowball or the Yeti?
The Yeti.
I think it's the
Yeti?
Yeti. Yeah.
Okay.
The Snowball is much smaller.
I thought the Snowball was bigger.
Is it?
The Snowball looks like an actual like snowball. The Yeti is like,
The snowball's thicker, but this
oh yeah, yeah. This was my original like what I started streaming with.
Yeah.
Was this?
So again, these are good mics, right? I will never take that away from 'em. But they're not. They're not dynamic, right? So they're gonna
It's
pick
technically,
up
yeah, it's got you can put it to a specific setting where it tries to make it whatever the
imitates.
cardioid
Yep.
Yeah.
pattern. I don't know. I'm
It tries
I've
to
watched some
imitate a
videos,
cardioid
but
pattern. Yeah.
yeah, but it's definitely not. I mean,
Yeah.
the same.
Or as I
something
tell
like
people,
this.
make sure it's on the butt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
literally what
Yep.
it looks like. I'm like, make sure it's on the butt.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. That's where you want it.
But and the problem is too with these. So obviously depending on your situation of like what available space you have, do you have something that's where you're in your own room, where you're able to like be by yourself, or do you live with other people that are in your house running around? Like I know I have friends out there that all the time they're like, I have little kids and I hate like hearing them stomping on the ground and it coming through my microphone in my stream, and I'm like, but that's the thing is like, you just have to understand either people are going to know that about your content creation, like, hey, I'm a family man, and you're going to hear your kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But with these, that's the hardest part, I think, is to be able to balance some of that with your streaming software. Like, you can, but that's when you start getting into, okay, hey, something changed, then all of a sudden, like,
Yeah.
I don't sound the same as I did yesterday or the day before. So
Yep.
Sure.
these are just hard to balance.
They are, and truthfully, it takes a lot of software tweaking to make those sound as crisp as they are capable of
Oh
sounding.
yeah, 100%.
Out of the box, they don't sound terrible,
Yeah,
but they don't sound
it's
great,
passable.
right? I mean, to me, those sound like I'll be honest, like a cheap $50 mic, and they're definitely not a cheap $50 mic. So
Right.
that's the wariness I have with the Yetis is just, it takes. For it, especially because people online always try to say it's an entry-level mic. It's an entry-level mic.
Yeah.
It's really not.
I think
Not
the
for that
snowball
price
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snowball. I used the snowball for years.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Until my son broke it, which is how I get most of my new tech these days. It's really unfortunate.
Well, family man, right? That's
Oh
how
my
it goes.
gosh. Yep. Something like that.
I remember. I will never forget the day that my son broke one of my Valve Index controllers
Oh no. Uh-oh.
playing Gorilla Tag. And
Yep.
yeah,
Amazing.
I had to.
Yep.
No, Nathan, that's exactly that. That's
Yeah.
honestly how this stream came about. Is
Yep.
how cheap that thing is. I mean, even at full MSRP, it's more than what Devin paid for it, but it not a lot more.
Yeah.
An extra $20-$25, and it sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I brought my really stupidly expensive setup over here, so we can compare how they don't really sound that different, and I can cry myself to sleep tonight.
Nathan, while you're here, we did not do any testing beforehand. Are you getting any echoing or anything from the 3 microphone setup here? Hopefully you're not. But if you could let me know if there's any echoing going on, that would be fantastic. Not that I can do anything about it, but it'd be good
Well,
to
we don't
know.
have any software because remember,
I know.
we went with it.
Right? Yeah, everything is literally just
we are doing our
plugged in.
best to be as plug and play as possible tonight because at some point we will rotate mics a little bit and kind of test them out, and I think that'd be good anyway to kind of test. I mean, you're not like putting a mic straight on your mouth when you talk, so it's not like we can go, this one feels much better than that one. But
the mouth feel of this microphone.
what one thing I do like comparing with mics is like how you have to position them to use them, because there are some like the Fifine and the Shure SM7B are both you want your mouth pointed straight at the end of it. Same thing with these handheld mics. But there are some that you have to talk to the side of it. Kind of like the Yeti here. Which we talked about that already. But
the AT2020 is that way. Where
yes, the AT2020 was my last mic I had before this one.
Oh, gotcha.
Another
that's what
really solid mic.
Yeah, that's what
for the
when
price.
I
That's
switched
actually,
to XLR is what I got.
Yeah, that's actually my buddy Kyle that's on our PUBG team.
Oh, yeah.
That was at the LAN with us.
Yeah.
He has my AT2020.
Nice. That was the next in line for me to get. I ended up getting my Elgato Wave on the marketplace for $60, so I got that instead of. Otherwise, I probably would have went with the AT2020.
There's a little bit of echo. Mostly everyone echoes except for Devin.
Okay, so it's
mostly because we're sitting.
We're sitting
it's
super close to each other.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Which is fine. I mean, we can also tweak
point
the
it
gain,
away
tweak
a little
the gain
bit.
a little bit here too. Yeah.
You're gonna make me move the camera again.
No, I'm not. I didn't slide.
She's gonna lean and only talk when she leans out of frame. So anyway,
Oh man.
It's like the movie car where the volume gets like further away.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Whoa.
yeah, I did adjust the gain a little bit, Nathan. So if the echo's better, let us know. Not a lot, but I did turn it down just a little bit on both mine and Brittany's. So
Cool. Yeah, hopefully it's
Also,
hopefully it's not terrible.
Devin talks really quietly, and I think both of us are loud talkers.
Do I
we're
just
the
need
loud
to,
Irish folk.
I need to turn my gain. Is it my microphone that it's coming through? I need to turn my gain down and just start yelling at it
No.
instead. I mean, to be honest, if there was any echo, actually, maybe it would make more sense because this is on the USB versus your guys's should be synced up pretty well. So even if it is hitting you, it should be so much pressure. Come on, Nathan. How many decibels are we off here? Oh.
Yeah, no, I had the AT2020 and I cannot remember which audio interface that was. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was very similar to this one.
Yeah.
It was just a slightly outdated model. God, I want to say it was. I'm not gonna remember right now. That's okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I mean, I bought that thing, God, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't had it for 3 years. So, it's
It's about that time.
Yep. So yeah, and I mean, truthfully, I had one small issue with this, but I think it was from a power surge. It actually fried my original USB cable that came with it. I came home I had to travel for work. I came home and sat down to play some games with friends, and they're like, "You sound like crap," and I was like, "What?" And so I made it to where I can hear myself in my headphones.
Yeah.
Monitored myself,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh God, I sound like a robot
Yeah.
that was underwater and had been drowning for 45 years." So I was like, "Oh God!" So of course I go into troubleshooting mode, and I'm like, "I don't know. I mean, it could be the XLR cable, it could be the mic, it could be this, it could be that," and I'm like, "You know what? Let's try the cheapest thing first."
Yeah.
So I grabbed this USB-C cable that you
Definitely.
see now, and
Yeah.
it's been running on it for 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, okay, cool. That was the problem.
All right.
I think that's with audio though. That's the hardest part is the troubleshooting.
Yep.
Because you go into like panic mode about everything. So it's like, well, it could be this, it could be the cable, and then it's also, well, I don't have an extra just XLR cable laying around my house. So how do I troubleshoot that it's not the XLR cable? It's like,
Yeah.
there's so many things.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the big thing for me is just that a lot of it, my job has trained me to not panic as much, right? Because I respond to outages and stuff constantly.
Yeah.
So like you have to keep a level head and be like, okay,
Yeah.
let's start here, figure out what the problem is, and then go find it, right?
Yep.
So I'm better about it now, which is how I diagnosed and fixed this one so quickly. But
Yeah.
I always just keep, I have one extra XLR cable. It's not bad for me.
Give me some feedback.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it probably
Okay.
is Devin's mic.
Yeah.
We got to thinking about it too because Brittany and I are both running through this, and it's set to mono in OBS, so we're both coming through the same. Like, there's not two separate. Where's the tech? Oh, Devin, do a kickflip.
Do a kickflip. They're below the bar still. I can't do a kickflip though. Anybody else can?
I haven't played with a
one.
tech
I
deck
certainly
for,
can't.
I haven't
It's
played
half.
with.
I have tried for years, and I never could get the hang of it.
Nope. I
Yeah,
don't
I
have
can't.
the magical touch anymore.
Yeah, no, I can't.
I've never
do it.
had the magical touch
No.
with tech decks.
Never been able to either.
Nope. I might be able to do a pop shove it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Matt, if you want to come over here and show us how it's done, feel free. You're more than welcome.
But yeah, so yeah, I always keep an extra cable and I keep an extra XLR and extra USB, just because that's really all you can do with especially audio issues, but pretty much any electronic issue is, okay, it doesn't work with this, let's swap out parts until we
you
figure
gotta
out what the
just
broken
swap
piece
it out,
is.
figure it out. Yep. Unfortunately, that's just what you got to do. Oh, all right. Well, I don't know how much we want to keep talking about audio. I mean, I'm fine with it. If
Yeah.
You guys are, you know.
I did ask you. We kind of talked about the controller situation.
Yeah.
Right before stream, right before Brittany got here. But yeah, I actually just picked up the. I don't know how to say that brand, KLID or Games Here, but the KLID or Kaliid, however you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got the Hall Effect joysticks.
Yeah.
And it does have a bottom trigger on each side. It was like $50, and it's honestly an amazing controller. It's kind of cool. It kind of has the 90s retro look. It's got the see-through, the opaque plastic, so you can see like the
Mechanism.
yeah,
inside.
all the inside of the joysticks and the circuit board and all that fun stuff. It's a really cool controller.
Don't have dark mode turned on this computer apparently. Gosh.
Let me see if I can get you the exact model that I got.
He just
here, Devin.
blinded himself.
Yeah, that was bright.
It's always just in general like.
Callie?
It's
Cali?
that one on the right. Yep.
I have a screen share set up. We'll see.
If it works.
I only have one of the microphones set up. That did not work.
Well,
Welcome to also streaming and audio is that you forget that you have to put your microphone on
and
every
actually,
other.
if you guys want to carry this for a second, I just realized my daughter tried to call me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna step outside and call her back.
Hey, well, there's the screen, but of course, it is
Stealing his chair.
Cookie that has this controller now. So we'll just save it. Oh, also, while I'm here, I'm just gonna add my microphone as well.
Also, don't have friends that are
Okay.
taller than you.
Okay. All right. Now that we're here, I completely forgot. Try turning the that off. Which, to be fair though, if it wasn't me that was echoing, I mean that's pretty clearly that it's probably my mic that's echoing.
Down. It's off.
Okay.
So it should just be these two microphones now that are going.
Okay.
So we'll see if that affects or changes
Yeah.
anything.
All right, Nathan. We need your
It's
services
all on
again.
you again, Nathan.
Are we echoing still, or are we good now? Let me know.
With controller wise, so I have a Logitech, and a lot of people think I'm weird for having the Logitechs because they're also Xbox and PC.
Sure.
So we turn that microphone off for a second. So.
See if that stopped the echo or not.
Good time to do troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Right. So it has like the X, Y, A button, B button. See, I can't even think of it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then also has like the arrows on the other side.
Okay.
So it's like both. So
Yeah.
it freaks people out when they grab my controller. They're like, "What is this?
Yeah.
This is not an Xbox controller. This is not a PlayStation controller." I was like, "No, it's both." It's like I like it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude,
Change places.
speaking of switches,
Oh yeah, the Switch games.
yeah, I just wanted to say while we're talking about controllers, man, I hate Switch controllers. I hate that they swapped around the B and the A, and
Yeah, I don't.
Xbox did the other, and it bugs me. It bugs me.
Yeah, it's like Nintendo likes to do that, right? Like they like to go, yeah, we see what
We're
you guys
gonna-
are doing,
yeah.
but we
I
think
mean,
we can do it better.
and-
And then they come up with a Nintendo 64 controller.
Yeah, right. I know. And to in all fairness, like Nintendo did it first, right? They
Yeah.
put the B and the A where they were.
They did.
But yeah, it still doesn't.
Go with the times.
Yeah, everybody else has switched it around and put the accept button at the bottom.
Yeah.
But of course, you still got to buy a Switch because it's the Nintendo console, and
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I'll be honest. There is not a single game on the Switch 2 that has been announced so far that really excites me. Like maybe Metroid.
Yeah.
I really liked the Metroid Prime games.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I started on GameCube playing
Yeah.
the original Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
It was great. But other than that, honestly, I'm just like, maybe Zelda, but like they haven't really announced one yet.
No, huh?
So
Other than just the updated version of Tears of the Kingdom
Yeah.
and stuff, but I don't know. I don't think that to me that's going to be enough of a deal to have to go and need to replay it because of that. Like
Right.
if I was in the mood, sure, yeah, I'll play it on the new console with whatever, but I don't think it would force me to need to replay it.
yeah, I don't think so. And I mean, like Mario is kind of played out for me at this point.
The Donkey Kong game looks decent.
Yeah.
It looks like it'd be fun for like, the week or two that I'd play it, and
Yeah.
then I never, it's the same as all the other Mario games, right? Like
Yeah.
it looks like it's just that, where I would probably play the crap out of it. I loved Mario Odyssey. It was awesome, but I played it for 2 weeks. I've never gone back to it,
Yeah.
right? Like I played through it, I beat it, and then I never played it again.
Yep. Well, and I mean, truthfully, I think at this point, like, the only franchise that really has a hope of really blowing Nintendo back up to what they used to be, don't get me wrong, they're still massive.
Oh yeah.
But they used to be way bigger, right? But I think they need to get with the Pokemon Company and be like, look, guys, get your shit together. Like, you screwed up the last, like, 3 games.
It's just so unfortunate because they still sell like crazy. They still sell.
I agree.
But everybody keeps complaining
Uh-huh.
about how terrible they are, but they keep buying them.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing people complain about microtransactions too, but they still buy the they still make
Exactly.
the microtransactions.
Right?
So
There's a reason these companies are
Yep.
doing that. It's because it works.
Yep.
It makes them money. So
Speaking
They
of-
got you.
Yep. Speaking of Pokemon, though, I mean, honestly, the Pokemon Legends Arceus game was actually really solid.
yeah, that is actually one that I've gone back to a handful of times because it is so just unique and
Yeah.
fun to play.
I mean, and that's, I think that's the formula. If they're going to try to keep going open world, that's the formula they really need to try to stick with, because it's not a true open world, right? There's loading screens between regions, whatever.
Sure.
But I would much rather have that than Sword and Shield. Like, Sword and Shield was awful.
Yeah, I mean,
Violet and Scarlet were equally as bad, if not worse.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I've played through both of those and then gone back to Arceus. You know.
See, I can't even bring myself to finish Sword and Shield or Scarlet and, or Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like, it's just, it feels like a giant empty world that wasn't fully fleshed out.
Yeah.
And the mechanics are honestly kind of boring.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair assessment. Now, I've actually been playing my original Pokemon Yellow cartridge again.
Oh, nice.
I just got my first solder kit and replaced the battery.
Nice.
First time I've ever done that. That was fun.
Yeah.
So that's actually what my next video on my channel is going to be about.
Oh,
I actually
sweet.
did it like 2 weeks ago.
That's awesome.
So it was fun.
That's something I wish I still had my old Game Boy. I really do, because I have a friend at work that he's actually on a Rocket League team this year for the esports tournament, but he lives and breathes Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, this dude is like half of his wardrobe is Pokemon. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a huge Pokemon nerd.
Nice.
Shout out Cole. How you doing?
How's it going, Cole?
But yeah, we were talking about that the other day, and it blew his mind because I played Blue and Red, and then my next main game that I played was Sword and Shield.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I was at that weird sweet spot, right? Where like Red and Blue were amazing. I loved them. I was at the ripe old age of like 9 when they came out. It was perfect, right? Like that. I was the perfect age. I was their exact demographic.
Yep.
And then I was like 12, I think.
Yeah.
When whatever the next gen is. Hey, what's up, Clout?
What's going on?
And I was like, those games are for babies, and you know, because you're a teenager now, and you don't want to look like
go
a
back.
baby, right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I definitely played Gold and Silver. I
Yeah.
played a lot of Gold and Silver too.
But I just never got back to them.
Yeah, which is fair.
And,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I skipped a lot of Pokemon games in the middle there before I went back. College and having a girlfriend and all that. That really, really.
It's a lot of your time, man.
Really cut into my Pokemon time.
Oh no. Oh no, not your Pokemon time.
Gotta have that Pokemon time, man.
That's what is with Pokemon. So I don't know like how much you guys follow the different like litigations and lawsuits in video game world. They're still going at Power World
Yeah, I saw
with
that.
Pokemon and Power World. Like they just now made them change one of their gliding mechanisms. You take a PAL and you use it to glide, and they're now like you can't throw one of the PAL spheres. It just has to, you know, your PAL has to magically appear next to you because they're just saying that the mechanics are copying, you know, Pokemon.
Which is just at some point you got to be like, all right, guys, it's fine.
You're gonna, you're gonna trademark catching things in a ball.
Yeah,
Like, that
right.
It's just silly.
Yeah.
Right.
Night's going pretty good, Clout. I mean, kind of an informal stream this week, but you know, it's been fun. It's kind of turned into the podcast hour, but it's enjoyable. I'm having fun.
Yeah, we had a little. I don't want to say we had troubles. We spent a lot of time setting up the microphones here, trying to get the audio to work, and then by the time we went live, we still didn't
have it fine-tuned.
fully ready to go, fully tested out. And then we went live, and it was at the starting screen, and I was like, actually, let's switch the microphones around. This will be fine. We'll just do it live. So we did it live. Still an echo. Still everybody but Devin. Okay.
It's probably literally if I just want to talk, then I'll turn this off.
Well, that means it's my microphone. If you guys are echoing.
Yeah, I'm curious,
it's
Nathan. Devin, why don't you turn yours off for like 10 seconds?
Yeah.
And me and Brittany will talk for like 10 seconds, and then we'll turn it back on. Because that seems weird. That I have a feeling, because if we're echoing and you're not, that means your mic is picking us up, but our mics aren't picking you up.
Correct.
So,
But it's all good.
It's not bad. That's good. Yeah, that's probably good, Devin. That's probably good.
Yeah. Turn my mic back on.
Just a little quick test. I was curious. But yeah, I mean, we might even just try turning your gain down a little bit, maybe, Devin.
Yeah.
And seeing if that works.
I was playing with it earlier, and it didn't seem like it was doing anything.
Were you turning the wrong knob, maybe?
I don't know. This is one of the other things I don't like about this microphone. Like, it's this one.
We did not talk about
Like,
the pros and cons. of
Testing.
your
1,
microphone.
2, 3. Testing.
Oh, it's off.
Okay. All right. So there's the gain a little bit lower. If I just start yelling at my microphone now, hopefully this is better.
Honestly, we haven't heard anybody really. Nobody's really given us a comparison yet. We're talking about possibly doing some testing when we're done with the stream, and just kind of comparing some different mics.
We'll probably end up just turning all of them off and do it, like recording a little snippet one at a time.
Yep.
So we actually get full, what this microphone is capable of. But this is the microphone here, the Fine K688, which that's how you pronounce it, apparently. That's what the rep told me in the email.
Interesting.
She literally typed it out like, I know that it looks like Fine, but it's pronounced Fine. I'm like, okay, that's fine with me.
Maybe a typo or a mistranslation or something.
I was gonna say, I'm sure that's what it is. It's like, that's fine. So this is the microphone that I did that video on. And basically how we got here was Cookie ended up watching that video that I did and said, I don't believe you. That there's no way that microphone that's that cheap sounds that good, especially compared to his Shure SM7B. Sorry.
Yes.
SM7B, and he wanted to come and look at it and
Have
actually
a
see
microphone showdown, if you will.
and actually see what happens. So, if you have, and then Brittany's got that one, that microphone.
And then I showed up and said, "Hey, I'm coming too." And then they go, "Here you go. Here's a microphone."
It's a Shure microphone too, but it's pretty old. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you might. So Nathan's saying that it does seem to be better now that your mic's on, and we messed with the gain a little bit.
Yeah, I turned the gain way down, so I'm talking a lot louder.
Yeah, it's my first time in here, Clout. Yeah, I've been teasing Devin since the LAN that I need to get in here. So, yeah, perfect excuse for us to get together and just hang out. So
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to give us feedback too. Which one of us do you guys think sounds the best?
Between the boys, not me, obviously.
No, I mean Brittany,
you sound terrible.
But yeah, no, I mean even Brittany's. I mean,
yeah, I mean, if that sounds better,
would
like
be,
that would be the funniest part. If
would-
everybody's like, nah, now Brittany sounds the best.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Now everybody's gonna say it
I
just to
know,
mess with
right,
us.
right.
Right.
Yeah. So hopefully we get some good comparison audio, and just wanted to test them out because I think it's interesting. But I was actually just in contact with Fine again. I got them to send me a headset to also talk about, and then I've got one of their little interfaces so that I can actually plug this in.
They have an interface. Huh?
XLR too. Yeah.
Neat.
There's that.
When you were trying to switch the gain controls, so there's a gain control on the bottom, and what was the a volume?
The top one is the monitor. If you have headphones plugged directly into it, you can monitor.
Gotcha. Does it then say like gain and monitor on it, or
it has little icons? It has a headphone icon and a microphone icon. So this is the interface that they're sending me. I got the white one because that's gonna match my setup.
Oh, that's nice.
Better, so
that's pretty.
That looks really nice.
Yeah. So that's that.
It would be interesting to see their like support on their interface. Just because of obviously with me having a Go XLR and Go XLR's support interface group being kind of going out of business and just leaving everyone high and dry.
Kind of going out of business,
just leaving us all alone. It would be interesting to kind of see what some of the what are some of the
Yeah.
things that it can do versus a Go XLR.
And
Do you have it?
Guess what? There's your next video.
no, I haven't got this.
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to show up tomorrow. Of
Oh,
course.
okay.
Of course.
Of course. Is it USPS again?
No, God,
okay.
no.
That's good.
No,
That's
no,
good. at least.
UPS. So I'll actually get it tomorrow. God.
Most
Oh, yeah.
likely.
But here's the fun part, Nathan, about Devin's vault is Devin when is just gonna do like an Eras tour of his house where he has all the tech laid out from
No.
2000s all the way up to 400s BC or whatever we live to. It's just
No.
gonna be all of his tech.
We're gonna go back to BT.
So this
We're gonna
is
roll
the
over the
plan.
odometer.
This is one of the reasons why I announced the 1K Fest again. So we did it last year.
We did.
We celebrated 1,000 subscribers. We gave away $1,000 worth of stuff. We tried to raise $1,000 for charity. We're gonna do it again. And guess what I'm gonna do with all of the extra tech that I've been sent from
You're
these
gonna be giving
companies?
it away.
I'm gonna be giving it away because I have too much stuff now. So that whole chair over there, that's already just giveaway stuff. So.
Oh man.
sniping it out.
Yep. That's,
So real quick, I think Amazon has a slightly different. They might have an exclusive model that looks really nice.
I was gonna say that's really fancy. Is that like RGB or is
Yeah,
that?
it's full RGB.
Wow.
I will say the software is kind of jank, but once you figure it out, it's really cool.
That's what everybody's software though is like. You can't expect much. I feel like from
Software
hardware
developers
software.
nowadays.
Yeah.
I will say, G-Skill finally fixed theirs. Finally.
Yeah.
I have I have G-Skill RGB RAM in my computer, right? And I have never been able to get any G-Skill software to actually work.
Yeah.
Like I have had to use like MSI.
Yeah.
Whatever, I can't remember what theirs is called now, but
Who knows?
and theirs is awful too.
Yeah.
But I've never been able to get it to work, and then I've uninstalled all the MSI stuff because I'm like, it's junk. I don't want it on my computer.
Yeah.
So I got rid of it all, and then all of a sudden I forgot that it was tied to my RAM, so my RAM went dark, and I was like, oh crap. Okay,
Yep.
well I got to figure something else
do
out now.
something.
So I went and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try G-Skills. It's been 3 years.
Yeah.
I haven't used it,
Yeah.
and
And
it actually works,
Wow.
and it's easy to use, and it just works.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Hey, there
Huh.
you go.
all right, good job, G-Skill.
I
Congrats.
don't think I've used a manufacturer's RGB software in like years at this point. And that's what CloudShot can probably tell you how difficult sometimes this RGB software can be too. We were just talking about his yesterday or today? I don't remember. One of these days. Wait, what's today? Friday.
is Friday,
right? Yeah,
yes.
it was today, I think.
Today is still Friday
Um,
for another 4.5 hours.
Okay. But yeah, I've just been using.
I can't map.
I was just gonna say 4 hours. What time is it? But yeah, if you're gonna be rapping,
I'll be your hype man. Clout.
is that like rapping like the music rapping or is that some Gen Z slang that I don't know what that means?
No, that's
Okay,
that's
boomer.
Skibbity, Ohio.
Okay, so he's actually gonna be rapping.
I'm assuming.
That's
yes.
cool with me. That's fine.
So I told
That
my
could be one of the
I had to go get
donation
my daughter a
levels.
new phone, and unfortunately she's an iPhone user. I blame her mom.
So sorry.
But I had to go get her a new phone. Surprisingly, her iPhone lasted her 2.5 years. So I'm like,
Okay.
okay.
I mean,
all right,
that's
I will
fair.
get you another iPhone.
Yeah.
It's basically free because the trade-in value is really high, whatever.
Yeah.
So went to get her a new phone at T-Mobile, and I was like, when we walk in there,
rapping the gifts.
Wrapping the gifts.
oh man.
Well, you can be rapping
Wait,
while
can-
you're rapping, though,
yeah, that's
right?
what I was
I'll
gonna
give you a
say.
microphone. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, you have to. You said it. It's in writing.
Yep.
You can't back out now. So, yeah, I was like, I told my daughter, I said, when I walk in there, I'm really tempted just to be as cringy as possible. And she goes, you can't be cringy. And I was like,
Okay, bet.
all right. How about if I walk in there and I go, excuse me, guys. My daughter's iPhone is Skibbity, Ohio. Please get us a new one. And she was like,
no.
"Oh my God,
Please
Dad,
don't do
no!" And I was like, "That's what I thought." Okay. Dad wins again.
Yo. Oh man, that's good.
Yeah, the Gen Z
Always
slang is awful.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
My daughter's like slowly starting to like learn it. She doesn't know what any of it means. She just says it at this point.
Yeah.
Because she hears it.
Yeah, she's heard it from either some of the older kids or she's heard it on a YouTube video or something. But man, it's yeah, I'm looking forward to this part of life.
Yeah. So my daughter's 16, going on 17.
Oh,
And
sounds
We're
like a
gonna
just
say the
great
16
age.
going on 30.
God, no, 16 going on 7, 16 going on 13. Sometimes it feels like. But in all honesty, she's a good kid,
Yeah.
right? But
I think it's just that age. It's not like kids,
you know. And
individually.
but
It's
this is the thing that I have to remind. I have a couple of friends that are child free by choice, right? Which is fine. But I have a couple of them that are like, "Oh my God, your daughter is so cringy," and I'm like, "Yep, I know."
Yep.
And they're like, "God, are you gonna try to get her to stop saying that stuff?" I was like, "No, why?"
It's
like,
kids. What do you do?
we said and did
Oh
cringy
my
stuff when we were
gosh.
kids too.
We're
Oh.
so
Like,
cringy.
It's no
Hello.
different.
Oh my God. Okay, so
Exactly.
This is,
Loud.
this is literally I have the video of so my next video coming out probably tomorrow is me putting soldering my Pokemon Yellow cartridge. I have video of my birthday where I received that cartridge.
Aww.
And it is one of the most cringy things you've ever seen. I was squealing like a little pig, just unwrapping this thing as fast as I could, right? And I'm like, that's how I've kind of gotten with kids too. I'm like, they're their own person. Like, who am I to control what they're saying or what they're doing?
Right.
I mean, obviously, if they're hurting somebody or doing something destructive, I'm gonna try to stop them. But like, they're their own person.
Yeah.
And they can figure out what's cringy to them and what's
Yep.
not. I don't
Well,
know.
and that's I feel like that's where mine and my daughter's relationship has stayed so good, is because I don't try to like mold them into little mini versions of me.
Yeah.
I just, hey, check this song out by this artist that was out 30 years ago, right? Like, and they're like, I don't like that. I'm like, okay, whatever. That's cool. But like, that's what a lot of parents, I feel like, get trapped in, that like wanting to be your kids to like the same things you like. And like I've gone down that path. And like when they're little, it's cool because they're all about whatever dad wants or whatever dad likes. And then they start to get older and be like, I don't really like this song anymore. And it just breaks your heart. And you're just like, oh God, okay. All right, that's fine.
My daughter's been pretty quick about that stuff already.
Yeah.
Just, no, I don't care.
Yeah.
Moving on. She tells me that about my own videos. Like, she can't make it like more than 5 or 6 minutes like into one of my videos before it's just, this is really boring, Dad. Like,
Thanks,
that's
kid.
fine.
Well, and
I
that's,
get it.
but that is one of the things that they've talked about, because obviously, so like with content creation and live streaming, so we go back to like your videos. So a lot of it is, do you do long form videos where the retention rate of being able to hold somebody is that, max of 10 minutes? Because our time right now is so precious that everyone, it's you just want to quickly get through things, where people don't want to sit down and watch a 30-45 minute video, or if they're going to sit and watch a movie, they're sitting and watching a movie. So that's the thing, is it's how do you keep them captive enough to say, hey, this is interesting, this is what's going on. So that's one of the hard things, is then turning your long form into shorts.
Yeah.
Well, and I fall into that trap too. Even like I used to follow, for D&D fans out there, I used to follow Critical Role very closely. Like, I watched from the beginning of campaign 2 until the end every week religiously. And then changed jobs and things happened, and I'm like, I cannot sit and watch a 4-hour session of D&D.
Right.
I can't. I play my own 4-hour session of D&D every week that I am the DM for. I don't have time to listen to it or watch it or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though it's great, they're phenomenal voice actors and actors, and they're great people. But it's just like, man, I just don't want to commit that much time.
Yeah.
one of the things that really got me, I was fully like prepared for people to just come into my videos and be like, you suck, we hate you, what's wrong with your face, you know, all this different
the
stuff.
negative comments.
Yeah, I was ready for that, but I haven't got anything like that.
Gonna go comment on every video
But
now.
what I have gotten, the amount of
What's wrong with your face? What's wrong with your face?
the amount of times that I have gotten, the video actually starts at 6 minutes and 34 seconds. Like, what? Why are you telling the people? He didn't actually say. He said a lot of things in this video without actually saying anything. Why are you watching my video then?
Right.
Why did you have to comment that?
Right.
Like, there's a lot of people that are here for like the one sentence that I'm about to say, and anything else is just.
They're here for the cliffhanger, so what they do is they like fast forward through 90% of it, and they just like filter out looking or listening for what they want to hear, and then they go, okay, he's about to say what I want, and then they'll watch it for, you know, that minute and a half that you're talking about. Okay, what was the actual like point of the conversation? And then they're like, okay, I watched the video.
Yeah. So ironically enough, the people that do that are like normal people, you know, normal. What is normal? But
I still don't think that those are normal people.
No.
This is one of the things that I've had this conversation a million times. How do people find the time in their lives to comment negative things on the internet? Like, blows my mind every single time I see something like that on a YouTube video. I'm like, how do you find time to watch a video that you hate and then comment on it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have enough time to watch the things that I like, let alone the things that I hate. Like, what are you doing?
Exactly. And like, how can you have that much hate in you? Like, that's the big thing for me. Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, right.
Like, I play Rocket League a lot.
Yeah.
That is not far from the most toxic game. I will give it that.
League of Legends.
Far from the most toxic game out there. But it is it's an online competitive game, right? They're all toxic.
Yeah, they're all.
But I get people that, like, it's a close game, like, they're winning by one, I'm winning by one, it goes back and forth, and then there's like 30 seconds left, and I like demo them and score a goal and win, right? And they just, the most vile, god awful things in the chat. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, is it really that important? Like, my goodness.
Yeah, I'll never.
You know, and it's one of those things that sometimes I will try to distract them to try to calm them down before they get into another chat with like a 10-year-old and saying these awful things too.
Right.
And then other times I'm just like, I'm not in the mood, and just report and move on, right? Like, it's just, I don't understand it. But the point I was trying to make was, like, the people that do that, where they like fast forward through the video to try to find the one point they're looking for to then be hateful about, are the same type of people that, like, when you look up a YouTube video on, like, you have a weird software thing that's doing something's doing weird, you search for it and you find that Indian guy that has the fix for it, but it's a 14-minute long video, and you're like, okay, I did all that. And so you're forwarding, you know, not to be rude to that guy, but because, okay, I tried that. Yep, I tried that too. You know, so you're fast forwarding. It's like that, but for hatred.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Nathan, I thought that Skibbity Toilet was a good thing. Is it not?
No, Skibbity Toilet is bad.
Oh, all right. Well,
I think.
Thanks, Nathan. I appreciate it.
I'm not 100% sure.
None of us
Nathan,
are up
correct
to,
me.
None of us are up to
I have a
new
16-year-old child, but I couldn't tell you.
the new lingo. Mine's been with talking about like AI and technology and like growing and learning, you know, the new things. So at work today, they wanted me to export a PDF to Excel. So obviously Adobe can do it itself. Well, I didn't have Adobe Pro yet because I'm, you know, right now I'm a contract to hire, so I'm not, you know, fully on board. So they didn't know if they could get me Adobe Pro. Yeah. And so they were like, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just stick it into ChatGPT and it'll do its thing. And he was like, my boss goes, ChatGPT, what? He's like, you and your AI things. He's like, I don't know what you're doing. They have no idea. It's just evolving so quick and so fast for all of us.
Well, and that's the thing that's hard sometimes, to have patience with older generations when you're a younger generation, right? Because
Gosh, Devin.
like, I'm getting to 37, right?
You're so old.
I'll be 37 this year. I'm
Congrats.
ancient, right? So no, but so I look at like my daughter will be like, oh yeah, no, you could do this new thing on iMessage or whatever, you know, and I'm like, okay, cool, neat. First of all, I haven't had an iPhone in like 8 years,
Right.
but also like, texting, I don't really care. But then my stepmom will call me and be like, can you come help me with our computer? I don't know what's going on. And okay, so I go over there. I'm like, how don't you wait a minute, hold on. That's why you don't understand. You didn't grow up with this like I did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, patience.
So it's
USA.
funny, my dad, I don't think he can remember a single password that he sets. And for some reason, he thinks that I know them. So every time he tries to remember one, he just texts me and he's like,
What's
I don't
my
remember.
password?
I'm like, why would I know this, Dad? Why would I know what your password is? And then he's always used the well, I taught you how to use a spoon. You can at least tell me how to use this. And I'm like, that was when I was 2 years old and I didn't know anything. And you're running your business with that account. Why do you not know the password to it? Like, there's a little bit of a difference here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you don't know how to run your business and you had to teach a 2-year-old how to use a spoon. But like,
I don't see how those are correlated.
exactly.
Brain
All right.
is not computer.
Great. Good for you. Thank
The
you.
mental
for teaching me how
the
to-
mental math you had to go through to get there is phenomenal.
Oh man.
Oh man.
But then if you get them a password protector to put all their passwords in, they forget the password to
I
get
know,
to the password.
right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
part of it right
That's
there.
what I tried to set up for my dad and my stepmom is just a, like password locker on their computer, and they're like, okay, but how do I remember that password? And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's only one.
I know.
You just have to remember one, man.
Right.
I'm sorry your memory's gone, but
Yep. It's just the one at this point, but
Skibbity has a versatile meaning. Okay.
but when paired with toilet specifically.
Oh, it's especially bad.
Ah,
Oh
okay.
Oh.
no. What's wrong with the stream then, Sir Nathan?
Skibbity toilet, obviously.
Obviously. Yeah.
Honestly.
Skib.
Okay.
What the skib is what my daughter says all the time.
Oh my gosh. It's just so fun being on this side of it now
Yep.
and just knowing that that's who we were
Yep.
back then.
Yep. Well, and it's
Exactly.
funny because I caught myself the other day and I don't remember. I can't remember for the life of me what it was now, but I did something or said something and I was just like, I stopped and I just went, I'm becoming my father. Okay, there it is. That's the beginning.
Yeah,
I was just
100%.
gonna say that the moments when you start seeing your parents and yourself, and you're like,
In a strange turn of events, Devin is now the only one echoing. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that the echo probably was there. So what happened is I turned my gain way down, and now I'm yelling at my microphone, which means now I'm being picked up by everybody else's.
so turn yours up
Yes.
just a tiny
Okay.
bit
So
so
this
you don't
is-
have
this
to
is
yell.
exactly what
if we
happened.
do this? What if we all turn ours down?
I don't, and it's everybody yells.
All yell.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Sounds like a
hey,
terrible idea.
I mean, we can all go home with sore throats and it'll be fine.
Clout, you can't drive right now, bud.
I can't even believe you're awake. Are you not on like some pain medication? It's just like knocking you out or something? Oh man.
Yeah, that's a good
Speaking
point, Cloud.
of
Are you hearing the same issue with the
Hanging
echo?
out. Do you need another drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will take another one.
Another one of
I'm
those?
ready for.
If you have another one of those,
I
would
do.
be
I'm ready
fantastic.
for round two.
All right.
Round two.
Yeah, that
Fight.
other brand of peach beer you have over there is fantastic, by the way.
Do you want
very good.
the Lightning Cools or do you want to try the other one, the Breckenridge?
I'll try the.
Breckenridge, that's what it was.
I'll try the other one. I think I'm just saying random stuff. You are not Clout. You are actually.
You're saying very reasonable things, actually, except for the fact that you just had ACL surgery, so you can't drive.
I was trying to. I'm having a massive brain fart. I lost it.
Oh well.
It
happens.
It went out the door. It's long gone.
Are you out of the Breckenridge
Clout. Uh oh. That's okay. Clout, what mic Are you using a headset mic, or do you actually have a mic right now? I'm on a lot right now, to be honest, more than prescribed, if you catch my drift.
There it is. There it is. No, that's okay.
No.
What other Breckenridge ones do you have?
I've got the Avalanche Amber Ale, the Funslinger Lager, the Ridge Runner West Coast IPA.
Let me try. What was the second one? I forgot.
Amber Lager.
Yeah, let's get the lager.
Sir?
My phone is telling me it is time to unwind for bedtime.
Incorrect. It's Friday night.
Yeah, but I have
I
a
know
bowling.
You have a lot of things to do.
I do.
Officially the time to wine.
Wine.
I am officially
Whining.
winding further before I rewind.
The Yeti
to
by
unwind.
Blue. So you have the that one.
Before we crack into our new beers, Brittany,
Uh-oh.
I think we should all try.
I knew.
Okay.
I knew what was getting ready to happen.
So, Cloutshot and Devin tried these. Tried some of the hazelnut coffee from. This is my dad's distillery. Full disclosure, I'm not getting paid for this. I actually had to pay full price for these bottles. So.
Hashtag ad.
But
And this video is sponsored by.
Hey, that's fine with me.
But yeah, I mean, watching the stream that week, guys, it seemed like you both really enjoyed the hazelnut coffee.
I almost thought about grabbing my spiced and bringing it with me, but I didn't. I know I should
Should
have.
let Devin try that one. So I didn't. The only one I took around for everybody to try was this.
Yeah.
And this is a very low alcohol content, so that's why I'm pouring you guys quite a bit. It's like 14%. It's very low. And then your wife can have that last.
Oh my gosh. It smells so good.
Mm-hmm.
You still have that peach one, Devin? Which peach one?
So we have this one. Hazelnut coffee. The hazelnut coffee is the one
That you guys
that we
did a
had.
shot of.
Wow.
Yep.
Or if you're talking about the beer, the peach beer, then yes.
Oh yeah, the peach beer. You might have had a peach beer. Cheers. Thanks for bringing this over.
Yes, sir. Oh, you did a shot. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know we were sipping.
Oh my goodness.
I just went.
On this one just because it's so low
It's
alcohol
so
content,
good.
and it's just good.
I just went straight for it.
Yeah. Hey.
I got after it.
No time like the present, right?
Oh man. Got a spam bot over
Oh,
on
there you go.
Twitch.
There you go, Clout.
I like how we can see everything you're doing up on the
Yeah.
the house.
Oh what? What is this?
It's another monitor.
Yeah, why is this page up? I can put something up there if you want. Why is there a new folder? What is that? How did that happen?
That folder has been there the whole time.
Yeah.
It's been waiting for you to, waiting for you to put a new name on it.
Oh, the peach beer. Was it the Breckenridge or the Leinenkugel, Clout? Because I had the Breckenridge, which Brittany's having the last one of those, but she had a Leinenkugel one earlier.
Hi. Are you gonna go get mom? Oh, tell her to come here.
Mom. Yeah.
It's very, very light. It's 14%. It's literally wine levels of alcohol. It's like 14%.
The other one.
The hazelnut coffee.
Oh.
This one is much stronger. Full disclosure.
I wouldn't say much stronger.
I was pretty sure. Oh no, it's not much stronger. It's only 17.5%. Okay. I thought that was like
Aw.
22.
Still very easy to drink. Whether it's stronger or not, it's still very easy.
Yeah.
The Breckenridge? Yeah. The Palisade
Yeah, the
peach
Breckenridge
wheat.
was very good. I am actually probably going to go buy some of that because it's very good.
Is one of my favorite breweries.
Yeah.
Like, they're so good. You can say that.
Hi guys.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Right.
Hello.
Why not? It's almost summertime.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
The smell,
Whoa.
the scent.
You want to move it just a little bit that way. That way. Angle it. There you go. Perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Little man kicked it.
Nathan
Yeah,
says
no,
hello
the-
to everybody.
Yeah. No, the smell of the peanut butter and jelly is very peanut forward.
Yes.
Very, very peanut forward.
You get so much peanut.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if you would almost like, if you want a little bit more of the like peanut flavor, since that one's really jelly, if you would mix it with like screwball. I like how I say this and he
But
just.
just a splash in mine.
I like how
I'll
he
do
just,
the experiment.
Now I feel bad
Because that
for
will
just
overpower this, so literally just a splash. That's good. Let's try that.
Just a little bit of extra peanut butter in there.
Oh, that smells wild.
Cause
That actually smoothed out the peanut butter scent quite a bit. It's not as strong as it was, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
the peanut butter or the jelly scent?
The peanut butter scent.
No.
Oh, that's good.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's actually quite good.
Alright.
That's actually quite good.
It does, because it does taste very jelly, right?
Yeah. It's much stronger, but it's very good.
Mm. Perfect. Just a tiny splash is the trick.
Alright.
Yeah, that's quite good.
A little bit of peanut butter jelly with some screwball peanut butter.
Yep. Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It evens
Okay,
out.
but-
It evens it out.
Okay.
It's almost like it doesn't increase the peanut butter flavor. It slightly decreases the jelly. Just a
Yeah.
little bit.
It decreased the jelly.
Definitely.
It's
Now-
too much.
Okay.
That's really good.
Huh.
I'm gonna have to tell my dad about that.
I
He's
was
probably
not-
gonna be upset that I'm mixing screwball with his
Well,
peanut butter and
tell
jelly.
him. Well,
No,
tell
no,
him
no.
it wasn't your
Oh,
idea.
you're gonna have to just-
Hey,
you're gonna have to
guys,
just
Listen,
Here.
sorry, it's my friend's wife's idea. Yeah, I know. She's the devil. It's
Yeah,
okay.
you gotta just tell, like, hey, try this. I mixed this. Try this. Oh, interesting.
That's really good.
That
Because-
I really like that.
Because for the summer, what I do is I will grab screwball and take Welch's grape juice.
Yeah.
I bet that's pretty good.
Okay, good idea.
That looks pretty good, Devin.
All right.
Bye. We'll see
Yeah.
you. Good to
Nice
see
to
you.
see you. Nice to meet you.
Bye, Leo.
Bye, kids.
Good night. Cloud shot.
Holy
Oh.
buckets! What
Cheers
is
right.
this?
Okay, well, now we really have to cheers to that one. Whatever
Cheers.
drink you got.
All right. Cheers. I appreciate you, Clout Shot. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it, man.
He really is on pain meds.
Plus some.
Plus some.
Uh-oh.
No, that's Yeah, thank you so much, Shoutout. I mean, it's not
Yes.
coming to me, but you know.
Oh, I appreciate it. That is going to doing something better with the channel. I don't know what yet, but
Upgrades of some kind.
yeah, that's what this is all about. I feel very lucky I'm in the spot that I'm in, that I don't have to worry. You know, a lot of people start trying to do content creation because they're trying to make extra money and they're trying to do that. And obviously, like, that'd be nice. Like, I don't know anybody who would turn down like extra money, especially from doing like something that they love doing, you know, whatever. But I feel very lucky that I'm not in a situation where I like need to be doing, like, I need the extra $5. So 100%, everything that I've gotten from the channel so far has gone back into this, and I can't wait until I'm making enough that I can just start giving away PCs. Like, that's my dream. Like, as soon as I can, like, once I put out a video and it's making like $200 every video I put out, like, dude, I'm gonna be giving away a PC every month. Like, I can't wait for that kind of thing to happen. So this is just getting us there a little bit quicker.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of what you and I talked about a couple weeks ago too. Like, I've been thinking about getting more into the YouTube side of content creation. I've streamed off and on for years on Twitch, but you know, I've seen what you've done on your channel, and I've seen it other, you know, not that you're tiny, not that you're just starting out, but you're on the smaller side of YouTube channels, you know, and
He's no Harris Heller.
I mean, it's funny though, and I'm not like trying to make myself sound like I'm crazy successful, but like the actual numbers of people that are creating content and that are creating YouTube channels, like, anybody with over 1,000 subscribers is already in the top like 5% of channels on YouTube, right? So like, it is, and it's not nothing. I think that's the other thing that people see, is that like, oh yeah, that channel has 5 million subscribers, that one has 10 million, whatever. Like, it's crazy to think of those numbers. But when you think, I have 1,700 subscribers, 1,700 people have looked at my videos and said, not just looked at my videos, like, I just crossed almost 400,000 views on my channel.
yeah,
But 1,700 people, when they viewed my channel, said, yeah, that guy's cool enough, I'm gonna subscribe to him. Like, how crazy? 1,700 people? What? You guys are crazy. Like, that's insane.
yeah.
That's a lot of people.
it's-
Okay,
it's
sorry.
awesome.
That's just one of those things I think about
I mean,
all the time. But you're 100% right. Yeah.
One of the things that I want to do it because I really want to learn how to video edit. Is really the big thing, right?
Yeah.
But
It's fun.
the other thing is also just like, I do have a deep love for audio equipment, and like, that's what I was talking to you about. Like, I love microphones, headphones, speakers, earbuds, whatever you can think of. I love all that stuff. But I think, you know, just tech in general, really, like, I love testing out different controllers. Like, I think I've tried like 7 different controllers in the last year, just trying to find one that I'm like, this is the one. I'm
a little nervous because I got my first mechanical keyboard last year, and then I was like, this is amazing, right? I love it. Like, not mechanical, but like my first like custom mechanical, not one of the like gaming keyboards. Like,
Which one did you get?
The first one I got was an Epo Maker RT100. I don't know if you're familiar with that
I'm
brand or
not
not.
familiar with the brand.
But it's upstairs if you want to see it. But it was one of those things where I fell in love. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, this is why people get these keyboards and they pay this much money. Like, you don't need one, but man, it is so nice, super cool. But then my thought went to, but why do people have like a bunch of keyboards?
Yeah.
Like, I have this one, I really, really like it. Like, why do I need more? And then I won a contest where I won another keyboard, and they sent me, it was a Royal Kludge keyboard. So they sent it to me, and I started using that
what's up,
one,
Nick?
and I went, aw, crap. This is why people have multiple keyboards. And it like set in, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be one of those people. So I've only got, I have 3 now, but we're trying as hard as we can to not get any more. But we're up to 3. Welcome in, Nick. How's it going?
Hello, Nick.
You just missed all the shots. So,
Shot.
but just saying, there is still time. If you need to get over here, just saying, there's still time. But yeah. So sorry, I cut off your controller story with my keyboard story.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So, yeah, and actually, honestly, going through like I said, 7 or 8 controllers in the last year, just trying to find one that's reasonably priced, mind you, that because
You're just breaking them all.
no. So I have big hands. Okay, I have big hands.
You have the meaty mitts.
Yes, I have meaty mitts, just like Mr. Meaty Mitts himself.
Yes.
I have big hands, but not long fingers.
Yep.
Right? So it's hard. Like I tried the Thrustmaster X-Swap controllers, and I hated them.
Okay.
It's just the grip. It's like almost pointy on the bottom, weirdly.
Okay.
So like where it rests in the palm of my hand, I'm just like, that just hurts.
Yeah.
Like, this is not comfortable. Why would you make this, Thrustmaster? You're like the gods of controllers. What are you doing? I did try that one. I ended up returning it. I didn't like it. And I've been using Xbox Elite controllers for, 7 years. And they just break so quickly.
Yeah.
Rocket League doesn't help because that is a very joystick heavy game.
For sure.
But the thing that wore out the fastest, obviously you get stick drift. It's the problem with the old school joystick modules, right? But the triggers on the bottom would wear out.
Yeah. Interesting.
So quickly. Because I use it for boost in Rocket League.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there feathering it and hitting it
yeah.
constantly. And it just wears out
so
fast.
I have zero experience with controllers, especially the Elite ones. But I know that you can take those off, can't you? Is it a mechanism inside?
It's the little button that trigger presses.
Okay.
So there's a tiny little button under there. Then the trigger itself has a little bump on it that hits that.
That hits that. Okay.
So that button underneath there is what gets worn out. Yeah. Very frustrating.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I've been going down a controller journey for a while, and just trying to find something that works. And I think that Game Seer KLID. I'm gonna go with KLID. I have no idea how.
I would, if it was me, I would be saying Khalid. A Khalid, but I have no idea. That's my guess. Here, let me.
The DJ.
I know.
DJ
Yeah. Right.
Khaled.
Yeah. Exactly. Nathan is suggesting an ASMR beer pouring video at some point. He clearly has not found my secret channel yet, but that's fine. So this is, I think, the controller that you're talking about.
Yeah.
At least
it's. I think Amazon has an exclusive
color,
model
right?
of it. It's the same controller, but
yeah.
I think they have an exclusive model that looks slightly different, but functionality should all be the same.
Yeah.
But it actually has
here's
Hall-effect controllers. Oh, there's the one.
Here's the
right there.
RGB one.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
So, but they actually use Hall-effect controllers, and MSRP is like $65.
Yeah,
it's insane.
That's pretty.
And
solid.
it has 2 triggers, one on each side, right on the grip.
Yep.
It's a really comfortable spot for your finger to naturally rest and hit it. And so far, that controller's been awesome.
Yeah.
And it's
good.
Less than a third of the
that's
price
crazy.
of the Xbox Elite.
Yeah.
It's like a 25% of the cost.
Yeah, for sure.
So again, same thing as my Shure compared to the Fine. Kind of kicking myself in the ass for not trying something else sooner. But you live and you learn and you make mistakes.
Right? What do you do? What do you do? Good.
Don't get into content creation and drop all of your money on everything single thing.
Yep.
Man. And that's
Research.
Yep.
it's funny. I was just talking to. It was. I think it was talking to you about it, where you were asking like, how do you get stuff sent to you like that? And one of the one of the clear ways to get stuff sent to you is by reviewing stuff, is by talking about the stuff that you already have. So like, I didn't want to do that with just anything. Most of the stuff that I got to talk about was the stuff that I did my research on and found the best one, right? Because if I'm going to spend my own money on it, why wouldn't I want to get the best one?
Right.
So then I get the best one, and then I do the review on it, and then you get all of the competitors of that product. They're like, oh, can you review ours now? I'm like, I don't even want yours now. Like,
Right.
so, because I'm like, I already did the research. I already got the best one. I don't even want yours anymore. So it's a kind of this interesting, like, you know, catch-22 type of thing with it, but
Yeah, which is interesting because, like, I remember a couple of years ago, so I got heavily into the, like, going to the conventions and meeting with, you know, when you go meet and get the, like, time slots to go play test a game at conventions, and you meet with the game developers, and you know, you took your deck with you, basically, who you were, what's your channel stats, what's your numbers, what's, you know, all of this. And now, yes, is that still heavily involved in some of it? But a lot of it is just the who do you know, how do you know them? And like you said, it's, hey, I bought this product. Okay, I'm going to do a review on this product. And that's how you then start getting those, you know, ins and outs of knowing people.
Yep, for sure. Definitely a lot of who you know at this point too.
Yeah.
I've seen that very quickly already too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know when you and I talked a couple weeks ago, we talked about I talked about reviewing basically primarily audio equipment, but I think I'm gonna go a similar route as you, but not on the computer side of things, more on the accessory side of things, and just review anything related to anything you can plug into a computer, basically.
Yeah.
And I think that's the route I'm going to end up going. Just because gives me a broader,
Oh yeah.
a little bit broader brush.
I think this is it's good to start with something like that too, just because like you'd probably grow faster, right? If you just stuck with one specific thing.
Yeah.
But most people are not wired to stick with one specific thing. You do one specific thing a couple of times and you're like, all right, I'm done. I'm bored. I'm burnt out. I don't want to do that anymore. So at least, you know, getting started, you might not, again, grow quite as fast, but it's at least a way to stick with it, which I think is even more important. I was actually literally just telling Cloutshot that today, again, we were talking a bunch today, that like I'm almost at my 1 year of like really focusing in on talking about streaming computers. And I'm almost 3 years into actually getting back into YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's finally starting to pay off. I'm finally starting to get some of these things sent to me. I'm finally starting to meet the right people. I'm finally starting to feel like I'm getting my groove on YouTube. Like 3 years of doing it, like ultra consistently at this point. YouTube is such a long game. There's so much that goes into it. And I don't ever claim to be like an expert. I'm not claiming to be like the best at any of this stuff. But man, I feel so much better about it than I did 6 months ago, than I did, oh my gosh, phone review. Hey, speaking of phone reviews, I've got it right here. You know why? Because I used this just the other day. This was the first video that I came back to YouTube with, was making a review on this phone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is what got me to come back to YouTube. The LG Wing. Nathan is very familiar with the Wing.
Back the wing.
Literally never getting rid of that phone, and I still use it on a regular basis. That's my top-down camera when we're building PCs. I use it, so it's still down here from when we built Clapshot's PC.
A good question from Nathan. How long does it take you to edit a video?
That is a good question. Most of the time, I try to keep it to like 1, maybe 2 days. Like like a session of like an hour or two and a session of an hour or two. It depends on what kind of video it is, how big it is, how in depth it is, and that kind of thing. If you look at most of the videos on my channel, probably like 3, 4, 5 hours, somewhere in there, depending on how crazy they are. For the most part, oh my gosh, it takes me like, I go one time through the video of just like chopping out ums and ahs and pauses and retakes and stuff like that. And then I go back through it again, and that's where I add all my add in the B-roll, add in all the text, add in zooms, and then usually I'll go back another time and put in like music. Like then I'll go figure out, okay, what about the music? How's this fit in there? But I try as hard as I can to do them like as quick as I can, because I usually have like a vision that I'm like, all right, I need to just execute on this and make it happen. Otherwise, if I wait too long, if I don't get it done today, it might be like next week when I get back to it.
Yeah.
And I might have no idea where I'm at. So I always just try to get to like a good finishing point whenever I'm doing anything, let alone just video editing. But
Yeah.
did you get rid of that white clip and replace it with a Geekoto one yet? Oh no, I didn't yet. I mean, I have the stands right off camera here. I haven't replaced it yet. So that thing hanging down there in the middle, that's just this like, I have so much stuff hanging from the ceiling that I use for all my top-down shots. But I got a bunch of these. So this is super cool. Nobody.
Is it at the ball
I'm just
joints?
Yeah, I'm just showing you guys at this point. Nobody on stream gets to see it. But these all go like this.
Oh, nice.
So you can do.
Stream can see the end of it right now.
Oh, you can see it? Yeah. So this then also, this higher, so you can hold the.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Camera, lights, whatever.
It reminds me of my the Elgato accessory arms for
Yeah.
key lights and stuff.
Yeah.
So what you guys couldn't see, I'll try to narrate real fast, is
Yeah, you could just take it off.
I like how you went into your deep narration
Yeah.
voice.
David Attenborough.
It's this. All right, I just took it off. It's basically they're just stands that mount to the desk. So I'm probably, I don't know if I'm gonna put one up on the ceiling over there. Like, I don't know. I still have to figure it out. I still have to figure out what I'm gonna do over there. But this basically just, you can take it like this, you can bend it over, so now it's like a top down, and this obviously goes higher so that you can, you can do top down shots. So this was, I did use this on the video, the Pokemon Yellow cartridge that I just did. I did use this for the top down, so
Nice.
pretty excited about that.
Sweet. So he's returning to the end of the bar and remounting it on the corner of the bar
Struggling.
for future use.
Of the bar.
Yeah. But if you are interested in any of the Geekoto gear, stuff like that, this microphone arm, I got to show you guys this awesome tripod. If you didn't see it at the LAN party, I brought it to the LAN party too. Like, all this stuff is from Geekoto. They're amazing people. Links down in the description. It is an affiliate link, so I do get 10%, but I have like all of their stuff. That light is all Geekoto stuff. Amazing
I really like
stuff.
this light.
That's a nice light.
It's massive.
It is. It is, but like
It's-
depending on like
It's really nice.
we talked about spaces, like that's this area that you have is a perfect
Yeah.
use and perfect space for this.
Yeah, it's really nice. So, if you want any Geekoto stuff, check out those links down below.
I
And
know
they're-
I keep looking at your
they're
boom
amazing.
arm because I'm in
nice.
I'm in need of a new boom arm.
The other thing that I really like is, man, how quiet it is. And I know that that's not like exclusive
oh
to
yeah,
Geekoto.
as he's over
like,
here squeaking when
but,
he moves
man,
it.
it
yeah,
is-
no, mine makes noise.
It's
Like,
really.
you probably can't hear it through the mic because it's not loud.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It definitely
This-
creaks and makes some noises.
This thing's.
I
nice.
have one of those the old like aluminum like
Yeah.
made ones where then they have the spring
The
hinges
spring, yeah.
and
Yeah.
The other
I-
thing I like about this is it's you can actually make it smaller too. You can just completely take
those-
this piece
that
out
arm.
if you want. Again, I don't think that's
I
exclusive
like how
to this.
I
but
like
it's-
the just the foldability of it, so
Yeah.
making it smaller and it's so if you need to get it out of your way. Where I feel like with the boom arm, like I'm like okay, I'm gonna swing it all the way over here. I swing it all the way. I can't just.
Yeah, I honestly when I came down here, because I don't think I paid. I don't know. I've probably seen it and didn't notice it because I'm
Oh, yeah.
watching
Yeah,
your
it's a
face
mic.
talk.
Yeah.
When I watch your videos, but when I came down here and saw that, I was like, man, that's a much nicer arm than it looks nicer anyway
I like it.
than mine.
It's
and I'll
really nice.
again, like you said, I like how you can get it very compact.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's very
Um,
cool.
That's my biggest beef with this thing.
Yeah.
Is that it's not very. I mean, you can do that, but
It's still been yeah.
it's still sticking way up. And
Yeah.
it's not very nice.
And I mean, I think that also speaks to though that everybody's got a different setup.
Yep.
And there are like the form factor. This is not the perfect form factor for everybody.
Right.
It's a form factor. That's a form factor,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Like yours clearly could go straight up if you
Yep.
needed it to, right?
Yeah. So if you
This
had,
can't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
If you had like a standing sitting desk, right?
Yeah.
Or you needed to reach out further, because
Yeah.
I feel like the total reach of this is probably just a hair longer than that one, maybe. Yeah, maybe a little bit. But anyway, and ultimately, when I was searching for one, I really just I like my arm to come from the side, so
Yeah.
it's not coming over. Because I've seen
Yeah.
people like mount it to where it's coming over the top of their monitors,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's so distracting.
It is.
I don't like that at all. So
I've-
I like mine to come from this side, so my arm can go under it, and I can play my games, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't notice this.
Yeah. And not gonna lie, this is the reason I had to get rid of the Yeti. Because this is so big sitting up on top of here that to make it not be covering my face, I had to lower it down and then I couldn't fit my hand under it. To have it at the right where I was sitting, to have it at the right
Angle, like
yeah.
positioning. Yeah.
and it bugged the crap out of me. So
And then you found the cheapest mic on the market that sounds like an XLR mic.
yep.
That can be
Sure
an
did.
XLR mic.
And it can also be an XLR mic.
Yeah. I mean, I took a quick detour to the Elgato Wave, which 1,000,000% I got because of the looks. I think it looks super cool. I like the way
It's
that it looks.
very clean and very small. Like it's
It's so small.
like
The
3
opposite
times
of
the
this.
size of yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's compact, and I do like that square form factor, like this
The
square.
square
It's
is-
Super cool.
Yeah.
I love the way that it looks. But this, then I got this, and I'm like, all right. So it's funny because I have the box over there. I was fully planning on giving it away,
Man, I would keep that one.
and I don't know anymore.
I honestly
you
would
can't
keep that
There's-
help keep it.
There's part of me that's like, if I give it away, I'm probably just gonna buy another one.
Yeah.
right.
I mean, you could always give it away, but
I mean, I just probably give a new
they're
one
so
away at
cheap.
this
You could
point.
buy 10 of them.
Right?
I mean, for
You
the
just
same
buy a
price
couple of 'em.
for my Shure SM7B setup. But yeah, I mean, in all honesty, like if this thing ever goes out on me,
You know what
which
your next microphone is.
yeah, in all honesty, I mean, it's just it is that clean sounding. It just plug and play, just super
Yeah,
clean.
It's crazy.
But I mean, and that's kind of I will say, longevity wise, we don't know on that.
Yeah, sure.
These Shures have a
Oh, yeah.
7-year warranty,
Yeah, absolutely.
so
Yeah, and again, that is definitely something that I have not had to try out yet.
Yep.
Is the customer service, any kind of warranty, anything like that.
Yep.
Definitely would not have high hopes if I had to do anything like that, but we'll see what happens.
only time would tell.
Yeah.
You know, if you kept using it, you would eventually find
Yeah.
out,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I
other
already had
thing-
to replace something on this. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, Shure's customer service is phenomenal.
Yeah,
It's
that's
great.
good. Yeah. The one thing that made me a little bit nervous, and I mentioned it in my video, was this
Yep.
piece right here being plastic.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't like that. The good thing is, and again, I said this is what I said in the video, is like, hopefully for the most part, it's just sitting here. But it makes me nervous that like the one wrong bump could just crack this plastic, and then it won't fit on there anymore. It won't sit
Now,
there.
I don't remember from the video, is that the mount that it came with?
Yeah, it came with all
Yeah,
of
that's
this.
what
Yeah, up here.
I was gonna ask what did it come with. Jeez.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
ahead of
it
the
did.
game, baby.
That's also fair. This did not come with any kind of stand. Literally just the microphone itself.
And the mounting.
Yeah,
The
it came with
mounting
this
assembly.
mount. Yeah, this mount
Okay.
piece. But it didn't come with any stand. It didn't come with its own little tripod thing like that
Yeah.
thing. It didn't come with anything.
Well, I
You
mean,
have
and to be fair-
you do have to get something.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, most of the ones that come with microphones are garbage. Even this $250 mic.
Right.
The little tripod stand for this
Yeah.
was terrible.
Yeah.
Or what came with the Yetis.
Yep.
Oh, it's so big and heavy. And
Yeah.
It was a giant
awkward.
paperweight.
Well, and in
Yeah,
all honesty,
it's just-
these are pretty heavy too.
Oh yeah.
In all honesty, I don't
Yeah.
think I haven't.
It's
I haven't held
thick.
one of these in a while. But yeah, this is a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
The Shure is just a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, honestly, studio quality, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Quick little fun side story. The thing I called Shure about is they have very proprietary washers on
Amazing.
the
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
rotation part,
Of course.
right?
Of course.
So
Yeah. Why not
it's like-
reinvent
I
the
took it
washer?
apart one day to
Yeah.
clean it, right? And when I went to put it back on, my cat knocked all the washers off the desk, and I couldn't find them.
Oh my gosh.
And I
Of
was like,
course, it was the cat.
okay. So I got on Shure's website. I did the chat thing, right? And I got a human in like 30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, okay, listen, this is the deal.
Yeah.
I lost the washers for this part, and I didn't know what this part was called, and I still
Yeah.
don't know what it's called. But
Connector knobbies.
yeah, I was like the little turny knobby things.
Yeah. Yep.
But I was like, I lost like half the washers, and they were like, what part? And I was like, okay. So I went on their website, took a screenshot, circled
Yeah.
the two things, and sent it back. And they were like, oh, okay, what's your address?
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, we'll just send you a bag of washers, whatever.
Right.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
If this was like a smaller company, 90% of them would be like $55.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Or,
like
or at
really?
least like $10.99
Yeah.
for shipping. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
But no,
That's
Sure's
really
like, dude, you want like 2 cents worth of washers?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever, have them.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That's
Which, you know, it takes a lot of big companies. Also, that's another thing I will say. A lot of big companies lose sight of that kind of stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what does it cost us? 30 cents? Whatever, send it to them. It'll make them happy.
yeah.
Keep a customer forever. you know?
Exactly. That's what people just don't
The
understand.
customer
that-
retention.
yeah. Like it'll cost. Yes, we will be losing a little bit of money.
Yeah,
here,
like $10
Yeah,
bucks in
exactly.
shipping or something.
but you are now a customer for life. Like,
Yeah,
you're gonna
I
buy
mean,
another one. you know?
I've used Shure microphones and headphones and a lot of their products, honestly, over the years. Mostly not things I've bought,
yeah.
but I mean, in all honesty, as long as I can afford it, I will probably always buy Shure microphones.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Sure. Yeah, I mean they're good quality. The music that you're hearing, probably, I can do that. There you go. How's that? Nathan says that Amazon says that there's a new version of the K688. So I don't think that that's not a new version of this microphone. That's just another microphone that they make. So yeah, I'm sure that they're using that feature, maybe not necessarily to try to upsell, but just to try to get you to like click into more of their pages. Like if you just keep clicking into more and more of their microphones, it's just a win for them. I mean, it's more expensive on their website, so I don't know if it's better or not, but that's definitely not like the next version of this microphone as far as I'm aware. But
We did miss a lot. Our chat decided to stop.
I
So
believe
we've
that.
missed quite a bit of comments going on.
I believe that.
in the chat.
I think that it's about time to retire that laptop, but it is.
We didn't miss that much, but we did miss about looks like 8 or 9 comments
Oh.
here. So
Sorry.
The last comment we
Sorry.
had seen was about the white clip and switching out your arm, and we
Oh,
missed
no.
everything.
Oh my gosh.
So sorry about that, guys.
Amazing.
so getting caught up real quick. Yeah, Nathan, about your editing comment. I mean, that's
Yeah.
honestly part of what, like I said earlier, I do want to learn how to edit videos, and what better way to learn how to edit videos than by making my own videos.
That's how you have to do it.
You know,
1,000,000%.
So why not, right? And but yeah, I've always been interested in it, but I've never, again, like you, I've never had a reason to do it. So I think that's the thing for me, is just I want to get into it, one, because it sounds like fun, right? It
Yeah.
gives me something to do, because a lot of nights I'm bored.
Yeah.
So gives me something to do, and it will help me learn how to do something I've always been curious about.
Yeah.
So, and who knows, I may not like editing.
I love it because it's a skill.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can physically get a job editing
Video.
videos. Like legitimately. Not like, oh yeah, there's one job like over there that like 1,000,000 people are all trying to get that one job. Like video editing, like you can get freelance video editing for just about anything, right? Like there's a lot of options there. So it's a skill that you could legitimately, do as a side hustle, that you could make your own job outside of that. But I think I love it the most because, man, it's so fulfilling. I love it because it's a fun hobby, but it's also, at the end of the day, I get something out of it.
Yeah.
I have a video. I have this thing. So even if I wasn't making the videos that I'm making and putting them on my channel, I would still probably be recording videos and editing things, like just of my family or things that I'm doing. Before I started really diving into this channel, I did a ton of drone stuff. Like I did a bunch of drone editing, video to music and stuff, just because it was fun to edit videos. And at the end of the day, when I was done with my hobby, I had something. I had this thing, and it was just so rewarding. I assume it's the same kind of feeling as like painting or drawing or sculpting or anything where you have that tangible piece of art at the end. Like my tangible piece of art is this video now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And
it
it's
is
super
art,
fun.
right? Like
Yeah.
that's a lot of people don't think of it that way, but I mean, shooting video and then editing
Yeah.
said video to make it a final product, that is art.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely.
I mean, it's no different than a recording artist making a beat, or
Yeah.
playing the guitar and recording it and doing the drums and bass and whatever else, and then singing, writing lyrics. Like, you're doing all these little pieces to get to the final product. It's the same thing with
Oh yeah.
that. There's just fewer pieces usually.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. It is definitely an art form, and the other thing that I like about it, it's really fun because you can do it so many different ways. I've had a bunch of different videos, right? If you scroll back through my channel, there's been a myriad of different types of videos too, right? There are some that are super heavy focused on the camera work and the shots that I was getting and the B-roll and just all of the video, right? And then some of them dive really heavy into the editing, where they are just super, crazy things happening all the time and stuff going on, right? And that's a fun way to do things. But like, then I also have my Pokemon cartridge video that's coming out. Gonna be there tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe if you see it. That one is basically just a top-down shot of me soldering a battery on my Pokemon cartridge. Yeah. But the art there was the script. I got to just sit there and write something that I'm really proud of, and I had a blast doing it. And it almost felt more like, I don't want to say poetry, but it was like a really meaningful short story to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? and then like it just completely changes the video from like it's not a how-to on how to solder your video. It's an emotional short story video for me. It's completely different.
Because we were talking about going back to like when you got the cartridge. So I think it's a lot of that part of it's, you know, taking you back to your roots, taking you back to your childhood.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where a lot of that, what you're explaining to as the poetry is it's, wow, like your life comes full circle of, you know, now I'm fixing what I broke as a kid or, you know, it's kind of cool.
It's really cool.
So I you know, I don't have a lot of video of me as a child. But I do have some pictures. Like I have pictures of me opening my PlayStation 1 that I got from my Uncle Don, right?
Nice.
With a copy of Crash Bandicoot.
Nice.
My favorite.
Yep, right?
Yeah.
So I have that picture, and I think if I were to ever do a video, like I would have to include at least that picture, right? This like
Yeah.
And I would go totally that route of like, this is an intimate storytelling episode of me talking about my childhood a little bit and like revealing little pieces of myself. Yeah. And I feel like that's probably a little bit of what we're going to get from you in that video. Cause it sounds like you have a lot of passion that went into that video.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to watch it.
It was one of those things too, where like, I was super excited to do it, but I recorded it. So I did it, right? I didn't, and literally didn't record anything else. I didn't have any other shots. I didn't do anything other than just had the camera here, hit the record button, and just did it. And I sat on that video for like 2 weeks because I didn't know what to do with it. I'm like, this is going to be the worst video. It's not going to fit on my channel because I talk about streaming computers on my channel. And this is a Game Boy cartridge. Like, this doesn't fit on my channel. But then I'm like, okay, this is the other thing that I do with videos that I've had to tell a lot of other people. It works for me. I don't know if it works for everybody else, but I get to the point where if I start like a video, no, it doesn't matter what it is, like script or recording it or whatever, I have to just get it done. I'll set myself like arbitrary dates of like, all right, you started recording that video, like it needs to be done by Saturday. Otherwise we're just scrapping it. We're not going to do it anymore. And so that was kind of the thing where I sat down. I'm like, all right, I've got like 2 hours here tonight. I'm going to write the script and I need to get this. I need to figure out what this video actually looks like. Yeah. And I just started writing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this came together. And I stayed up way too late. I recorded it and then I edited it and it's done all in that night. But it's just, it was really good. Yeah. And that's, it's a fun thing. I like doing videos like that.
I think that's the part for like as a viewer of a channel. Like obviously I've done content creation for quite some time, so I know the effort and energy that goes behind the video editing. But I don't think like when Nathan asked the question earlier, like how long does it take you to edit your videos? Like that's what's crazy is people don't realize like sometimes you might have recorded the video 2-3 weeks ago. But you've been sitting on it because you've been writing a script or you've been writing like what kind of music do I want to go with it. They don't understand all the different facets that go into one video of it took me, you know, like you said, it took me 2 weeks or 3 days to actually finally get to the final product.
Dude, it took me, I mean, probably an hour total just listening to different clips of music to figure out what to put behind this. And I still don't think it's like perfect, but I don't know how perfect you can get with some of the stock music and royalty-free stuff out there, but it's good. Yeah. All right, I just want to go through chat here really quick. Yep. Nathan, drones are amazing, but I completely understand. Once I had kids, like, you just don't use them as much. That's also why I sold my motorcycle, because kids apparently can't ride on motorcycles, so I was like, all right, well, here we are. I don't know. Apparently, it's frowned upon to bring a baby on a motorcycle. So here we are.
They make motorcycle cartoons.
Apparently, it's frowned upon. I don't know.
Depending on other circumstances in that.
I'm kidding.
Editor of choice. I use DaVinci Resolve. I've been using it now for, I don't know, probably years
years?
at this point. Couple of years. I don't think quite 6 years, but
I don't know.
couple of years.
It's a random guess.
I mean, that's the one I downloaded.
Yeah, because it's free and it's just as like feature filled as anything else. If you want all of the absolute fancy features, I do think that Studio it's worth it because it's a one-time like $300 fee to unlock DaVinci Studio. Absolutely incredible. There's a couple of features that I use like almost every single video. It's like the text transcript generation. They have an AI voice isolation. Insanely good.
Really?
Insanely good.
See, that got my nerd juices flowing.
Insanely good. Like I can show you it. It is like it is literally flip a button and then you have a slider of like how strong you want it to be.
Yeah.
0 to
That's
and it
awesome.
it's so good. So
Yeah,
good.
I'm curious about that.
I'll have we'll have to play with it. So I use DaVinci. Thank you, Nick, for the update on the Royals. Congratulations on another win. I contemplated pulling the Royals up, but I knew as soon as I got the laptop out and hopped on the VPN, it would be over. Devin's next adventure is making his own music. Oh, okay. Well,
I have Fruity Loops. Just saying. I have FL Studio.
I have my Novation MIDI keyboard upstairs.
Yeah.
Because I've gone down that road too, and I don't think it's.
You've gone down that rabbit hole.
I have. Yeah.
I have too.
Yeah.
Which is why I have FL Studio.
Yeah.
It did not end well.
Exactly. I think that's the
It's
thing.
way more difficult than people
It
think
is
is.
very difficult. Very difficult.
It is. It's. I mean, I already knew going into it was difficult, but then I started doing it, and I was
Yeah.
like, God, how do people do this?
For me, it's really this. It's the same reason why I don't brew my own beer, because there are so many good beers out there,
Yeah.
and I have not tried them all.
Yeah.
I've tried a lot of them. I've not tried them all. And I feel like until I try them all, why would I want to try to make my own that's not going to be nearly as good as any of those?
Yeah.
Like, so I kind of feel the same about music. Like there's literally unlimited music out there. And I've not listened to it all, right?
Yeah,
And I
mean,
never will.
There's literally hundreds of new songs coming out every day.
Yeah, it is unlimited, and at this point, I'm sure that I would, if I dedicated enough time to it, I would really enjoy it.
Yep.
Creating my own music, but I just feel like at this point, everyone owns a guitar that they get out once a year. Yep, mine are right there.
It's when you click on it.
You
Well, then I
click
need to
on
quit
it?
doing
What did you click on?
When he
It keeps trying to go to
when
sleep.
he goes
Oh.
to sleep, he then clicks it instead of just
Stop
shaking.
clicking on
Well,
stuff,
now I learned,
guys.
and I'm an old man. Leave me alone.
It's okay. Speaking of old man, I'm the one who's about to get ready to leave.
Well, I have to leave pretty soon too.
Play it. Yeah,
I
we
got my daughter waiting at home.
Probably will not play it. What time is it? I haven't even looked.
Almost 10.
It's about
almost
10.
10.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty solid spot
Yeah.
to wrap it up at.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for coming and hanging out
Yes.
with us, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys. Nathan,
was fun.
Nick.
Nick's like,
Cloud.
I just got here.
He's been here for close to an hour, I think,
Oh.
like 30 minutes.
Nick's like, hurry up, get off so we can play Fortnite. Hurry up, end this stream.
Old man Devin wants to go to bed. No.
Nah.
No, it's old man Brett and old man Brittany.
I've had a little bit of the peanut butter and jelly and a little bit of the hazelnut coffee where I'm ready to go now.
He's ready. Brittany's
I actually
got a
also
bowling
am, but
tournament.
I have a vet appointment in the morning and also a daughter waiting at home. So
and
That'll
I
do
got a
it.
bowling tournament in the morning.
All right. Well,
Thank God for
appreciate
teenagers.
Appreciate everybody being here.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate both Cookie and Brittany.
Thanks for letting me barge in on your.
Brett and Red and whoever else is here. Appreciate everybody
Do
being
we both
here.
have multiple personalities?
We do. Yes.
At least
Yeah,
multiple
thanks for hanging
names,
out, guys.
depending
It was
on-
really fun. I'm definitely going to come back next time I'm invited, for sure. We'll not pass this up.
Absolutely.
So for the
Absolutely.
1K Fest.
Yes.
we
Yeah,
have you-
oh,
we
I'll
have
be
you
here.
Now.
July 26th.
Okay.
We're going to be doing it.
Yeah,
It's gonna
I'll be here.
Gonna be great. Put it on your
I will
calendars.
for sure be here.
Nick will be the
I
day
will-
shift again.
I will bring you a new
I'm doing
bottle.
it on a Saturday
Actually-
this time.
Okay, good.
So it
Actually,
should be
that's
good.
a good point. What flavor do you want me to bring you for your 1K Fest?
I'm the person that always says something different, something that I have not tried.
Okay. Espresso martini.
He is a
Keep going,
espresso
yeah.
martini.
I think I'll bring you a bottle of the maple. That's my
sounds
personal favorite to drink
fantastic.
straight.
Yeah.
Other than the peanut butter.
Yeah.
obviously.
Ted,
But-
what is the 1K Fest? The 1K Fest is something that we started last year when I hit 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel here. We ended up doing a marathon charity live stream, streamed for 1,000 minutes. We gave away $1,000 in prizes, in giveaways, and then we also we attempted to raise $1,000 for charity. We made it to $703. But we're going to run it back. We're going to do it again at the end of July. And this time I'm determined we are going to raise $1,000 and we're going to complete the trifecta of the 1K Fest. So that is going to be the end of July. So make sure that you, I don't know if there might be a link to the fundraiser down in the description. Otherwise, if you go to any of my other social media, should be pinned to the top of everything, Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else. At least the little flyer. That's the only thing that I've got out there so far is a little flyer that basically has that information. So
And you'll see some of the
Nick?
same familiar faces. Back
yes,
at the 1K Fest.
100%. It's
And
it's
a
gonna
new
be good.
face.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited. I really would love to make this like as big as we can, right? Like I
Yeah.
would love to just be running the 1K Fest and we're just raising like $10,000 every year. Like,
that'd be
wouldn't
awesome,
that be
man.
cool? Like, let's go rent somewhere out and just marathon all day somewhere, and it's gonna
100%.
be good. It's gonna be good.
I'm
But
here for it.
yeah, so we're actually raising money this time for Operation Barbecue Relief. Is a charity that goes around and makes barbecue and meals, serves meals to people in need.
Oh, okay.
A lot of disaster recovery
Yeah.
areas whenever somebody gets hit. Came out of the Joplin tornado.
Yep. I know those guys
couple-
actually.
Yeah.
So I spent half my childhood in Joplin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
So
yep.
when I went down when that tornado hit and helped with cleanup and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Very
so the charity
intimately
was
familiar.
was born out of that tragedy. So we're gonna be raising money for that, and we will, in turn, like last time, be smoking some meat most of the stream to enjoy for dinner that
Yeah,
night. So
for sure.
it's gonna be good.
But anyway, yeah, I think we should probably wrap up.
All right.
So if we're
Yes,
gonna shoot
yes,
B-roll and
yes,
stuff, we
yes.
should probably get going.
All right. Appreciate everybody being here. You know, a gaming place, that's actually one of those things that I've already thought about, Nick, that I was going to talk to you and other people about, but we'll talk about that later.
Talk about it offline.
Yeah.
Is Operation Barbecue the one that Dave Grohl helps out? I have no idea.
I think it is.
Okay.
I think it is.
I have not heard that. If it is, I'll try to have to make it to there. Yes, mark it on your calendar. July 26th. July 26th. We're starting early. The stream is going live at 7 a.m. and we're going to be going. So last year I did it on Friday and
Yeah.
it worked out well.
It did.
But the problem was that I had to bring my daughter to school at like 7:30, 7:45. So I'm like, we're doing it on well, I suppose it's during the summer. So I wouldn't have to worry about that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, either way, we're starting early because I was up at like 5 a.m. anyways to get the roast on the
get
smoker, and then I just kind of sat there for a while by myself, and I was like, I'm not gonna start the stream up just so I can leave and take my daughter to school. So, all right, either way, appreciate you guys all being here. We will see you. We'll see you later.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Look for my video tomorrow, most likely. I still need to get a thumbnail figured out for it, but hopefully sometime tomorrow. All right, have a good night, everybody. Appreciate you being here.
Bye.